Here is my final year of college major project. This is one of my favorite works that I've done, and let's go through it. So this is my F&P themes. So we were allowed to do any themes that we wanted. It's a bit flexible. Did some brief planning and some time plan. Okay, so for my major project, this is my mood board. Did some of the things that I liked and put them in there. So for my theme, I chose women equality in sports, and I landed onto wrestling, which is quite controversial back in the days, and some project proposal, some planning of some outcomes I was going to make, posters, garments, action figures, some illustrations and some logos. Got Mark Ernst research here, did a little bit of drawing. Here's my photo shoot planning that I've done that I was going to undertake. And some logo planning again. These was my initial ideas, initial designs that I was going to do with my final pieces. And then got the garment plan. So these are some different designs and colors of what I was going to do. And got final photo shoots and such. And I got poster planning, okay, initial designs of some posters that I was gonna do. And got initial, this is the 3D action figure that I was gonna do as well. Merchandise planning, mainly with a t-shirt. And, oh, not yet. My bad, I missed out on one page. Oh, God. This is the typography planning I've done. Got some illustration planning as well. And get to the pitch presentation planning. So this was the presentation I did before I started my work, just to showcase what I was going to do and present it to my class. Got audience profile, so this is my audience, target audience, which is young girls or anybody young age really. And we got artist research with Chitra Ganesh. This was kind of like a comic kind of artwork she's done. And I did a little illustration of women's wrestling where a kid's overlooking, and she was inspired by it, and it did it a little bit of a cartoon, comic style, like her work. Got women empowerment research, and this is some photo montage workshop that I've done. Just women's wrestling, some layering and such. And got wood block printing. This is what I used to create some typography such, and sponge printing for like my logo stuff. And these are the prints that I've done. These are the designs. Got some final mock-up designs. Got the project roadmap, visual communication. Here's a little wordplay that I've done with images, and did some collaging with women's wrestling. Here's a little research on an independent gear maker named Saratan. He actually creates gears for wrestlers, and did a little bit of that. And here I did some of the game kind of design experimentation there. Got some analyzing survey results about women and equality. Got some research to narrative. Got a final mini project in here, so I did a little mini book on my final outcome. So it's meant to be just some, I don't know, just like a little book of what I was gonna make. Yeah. Anyways, here's a little bigger building, a bigger picture. Here's a little picture that I've used rhinestones in to make like a cool effect. Got wordplay, photo shoot experiments. Got some movie research that I've watched. Fighting with My Family, which is a wrestling movie. That was really good for my research as well. And I've got The Gladiator. Both movies has examples of women empowerment and equality towards women. Got WWE, this is my main one. Did some research on that, and Impact Wrestling, and all kind of sport that women couldn't have the same opportunities as the men, so I did that. Here's a little women's evolution timeline that I've researched on, all the matches and such. It's just a 2-frame film experiment. I did a little poster design experiment of what I was going to do for my final piece. Got stitching experiments with fabrics and garments that I was going to use, and processes as well. Midpoint evaluation. We've got some mixed media experimentation of Photoshop work in here as well. Experiments. Final logo design process. Did all that. Here's my final logo. Kind of like this. Planning production. Got criteria. This is the presentation of my work. This is how I'm gonna exhibit them and ready for my graduation year, my college. This is the merchandise t-shirt process that I've done using the logo on a t-shirt, printing it on. Got some glasses processes. This didn't turn out so well, so I had to just buy one and just put some rhinestones in it. And yeah, this is the wrestling garment processes that I've made. This was so hard to do, but it was all worth it at the end because I loved it. And yeah, here's some more processes, problem solving. And here's the look of it. It was a wrestling gear inspired by Sasha Banks, who was a wrestler, and I did some of a inspired look wrestling gear. And here's a little poster design process, which I did that. And here's my final poster, my final piece of project. Cool.